How about your cookie bowl?
Thanks. Do 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 da da da. We're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Today in Quarantine, episode 43. I'm your host, Renee Cross, coming to you live from Lincoln, Nebraska. And today is Friday, so that's exciting. Today in quarantine, I've just kind of been chilling out. I actually went and had lunch with Pastor Gua. We ate pizza and sat on her patio. Just chilled out. Well, we tried to chill out, but it's very hot, so kind of burned. I'm a little bit darker today than I was a couple days ago. So there's that. But yeah. So today I've just kind of been working on a couple small things, answering emails. The world still goes on even if I'm on my day off, so I try and answer emails even on Fridays when I'm not technically working, and I think it pays off. Yeah. But today has been a pretty chill week. Next week is Star Wars week, and accordingly, I've decided to restart or try and restart watching the Star Wars series. I've watched like three of the movies, never seen the hype, so I'll try it again. You never know. I figured I should, if I'm telling my kids to play the Star Wars music, which is pretty good music, maybe I should play the stars to figure out what the music is from. So yeah. Also this week, I've run a couple of polls on Twitter and Instagram talking about Oreos. Now, I'm a big Oreo fan. Love that cookie and cream combination, but more than the cookie and cream combination, I really just like the cookies, the Oreo cookies. Recently, they've come out with different brands and different flavors of Oreos. There's, like the generic store flavor, and there's, they have the Oreos of birthday cake and the Oreos of they just came out with like a coffee flavored Oreo and banana cream and the golden Oreos. There's so many different types of Oreos, but truly, in my opinion, the best type of Oreo is the best type of Oreo, in my opinion, is just the original type of Oreo. And actually, Charmaine, the birthday cake Oreo is actually my least favorite. I went to Nicaragua once, and they were like, "Oh yeah, guys, here we found some Oreos that they were selling in the store, and we got some for you guys." And here they are, and they were birthday cake Oreos, and they tasted like the candles. And I was disgusted, and I haven't tried it since. Actually, I've been turned off from any birthday cake flavored things for a long time. So yeah, that's not my jam. But also within Oreos, within the Oreo community, there's a bunch of different ones, and ranging from the original Oreos, which are just normal cookie sandwiches, and then there's the thin Oreos, which are minimal cream, but just enough cookie. And then there are the double stuffed and the more stuffed Oreos, or mega stuffed, I think was what they're called. And that is just too much because I am a cookie person and not a cream person. Now, I do like the combination of the cookies and the cream because I think it just adds quite a lot, texture-wise, flavor-wise. It's a great cookie. But if somebody was like, hey, here's a bowl of Oreo cream and here's a bowl of Oreo cookies, I would definitely take the cookies. So I've been finding out a lot about my followers from this on Instagram and Facebook, or not Instagram and Facebook, Instagram and Twitter about this. And so I'm just going to share with you some of those results. Meanwhile, Andrew says he's never really been a fan of Oreos. Andrew, we were becoming such good friends over the past, you're just going to throw away 6 years of friendship just like that? That's what you're going to do? Because that's what it feels like. But whatever, it's fine. All right. Instagram says that, or 69% of Instagram users who follow me prefer the cookie to the cream, and 31% prefer cream. And I also asked on Instagram, what is your favorite type of Oreo? And the results are as such. Nobody likes the double stuffed Oreos, or the mega stuffed Oreos, sorry. 12 people like double stuffed Oreos. 18 people like regular Oreos, and 15 people like the thins, which is my personal favorite type of Oreo. So it's a very interesting little stack up of flavors. What's your favorite type of Oreo, and why do you like it? Like I said, I just love the ratio of cookie to cream in the thins, and it's very close to the original, but just the thin, like crisp break of the Oreo, of the thin Oreo, is just beautiful. It's just makes me happy inside. Do you have a favorite flavor of Oreo? Let me know in the comments, because, like I said, love a good Oreo. I think outside of the Oreos, um, outside of the Oreos, like the thin or regular Oreos, my favorite flavor is probably, I have no idea what. I haven't had like another type of Oreo in a long time. There've been some good ones that I've tried. My least favorite, I would rather probably eat like a mega stuffed or double stuffed cookie than a golden Oreo. I don't really like golden Oreos. They taste kind of weird. They're just weird. Um, yeah, Charmaine says, I never knew other flavors existed until America. Yeah, I agree with Andrew. You're really not missing much. Um, you're really not missing much as we talk about it, but there's some decent ones out there. Yeah, they're okay. My mom likes the original ones, and Charmaine says, what I do want, though, is, as I type, is Cheez-Its. There you go. Cheez-Its. I know Andrew is a strong collector of Cheez-It boxes, so I'll have to have him on the show and have him talk about his Cheez-It box collection. But yes, what are your favorite snacks? What do you enjoy eating? Not Cheez-It Oreos. No. Cheez-It Oreos sounds disgusting. My favorite snack, other than like Oreos, is probably like tortilla chips. Just like a good crisp white corn tortilla chip, like salsaritas, or Tostitos, the rounds or the family, the original. Those are so good. I love Tostitos chips. I'll eat them without dip. I'll eat them with dip, but most of the time you'll find me just eating like a bag of Tostitos. I think this goes back to my childhood as I think about it, because we always had a bag of chips in the house, especially for Friday night dinners. We would have soup and chips, and it's just always like that. And then whenever we go on road trips, as my mom put in here, whenever we'd go on road trips, we would eat the Tostito. We would just grab a bag of chips from a gas station, and that would be our snack. And that is truly what we like. That's just what we do. In fact, a couple of years ago, I was in a car accident, and we were on a road trip, and it was a terrible accident. Like the van that we were in spun or flipped over, and when we got out and we were at the hospital, and I had a bag of chips, and so like in the picture you can see that there's like chips everywhere, and there's like like the bag is like somewhere off to the side. And then the other thing is that when we get to or when we got to the hospital, and there was this girl who was getting like an x-ray, and so she was like putting on the gown, and like a chip fell out of her shirt. So that's how much I love chips, is that I got in a car accident with them as well. Charmaine says she likes Takis. I can't get into Takis as much. I think it's because of the lime flavor, and I'm not a lime in chips person. Sin limon, not con limon. If you're on the road or at camp, Andrew says he's a huge sunflower seed guy. Oh, yeah, if you're on the road. Yep, good. Yeah, Charmaine was on that trip as well, and we literally did have chips fall out during x-rays. So there you go. Yeah, I'm not a lemons person, so there's a flavor of Tostito chips called like con limon or something like that, and I can't stand it. It's too strong. However, Chipotle does have really good chips, and they just have like a hint of lime, so it just kind of hits you just a little bit, like it just touches your tongue, and you're like, wow, okay, that's a good flavor. But Tostitos lime chips are like, you put it in your mouth, and you're basically eating the lime tree. That's pretty much it. Takis are a like hot Cheeto, or like a tortilla chip that's spun up into a small circle, and with like hot Cheeto powder and lime. I mean, they have different flavors, but that's basically what it is. So it's a very interesting flavor. Not a fan of it as much. Moe's chips are good too. I haven't had Moe's chips in a long time because there's no Moe's out here in Nebraska. So Lincoln needs to get its act together and get a Moe's. But yeah, Takis. I have a really hard time deciding like snacks. I like eating snacks, but I don't like buying snacks necessarily because I literally just buy chips. So that's a tricky one for me. Yeah, chips are just kind of my go-to snack for that. Mom says, nope, does not sound like my type. Taki sounds really tacky. It's true, Mom. I'm not a fan. It's kind of like a rolled up Dorito. I do like Doritos, though. Those are good. There's a purple bag of Doritos called like sweet chili spicy or something like that. Sweet spicy chili. That's probably what it is. Sweet spicy chili. That's a great snack. Really good chips on that one. So if you ever are looking for a new flavor of Doritos to try out the purple bag ones. Fantastic. Highly recommend. Other Doritos I'm not too much of a fan of, but the purple ones are pretty good. Pretty good. So yeah. There you have it. There's some snacks that I really enjoy. Like I said, I don't buy them often because I don't know. I have a hard time buying snacks. It probably also goes back to my childhood. But it's a good time. Good times. Oh, but interestingly enough, on Twitter, the poll was the results were reversed just a little bit the last time I checked. So on Twitter, the question was, what's the best part of an Oreo? 42% of people on Twitter said the cookie, and 58% of people said cream. And there were 19 votes on that. Do I like savory versus sweet snacks? I have a really bad sweet tooth, so it's hard for me to decide that. But sweet snacks, I actually really enjoy like those popcorn mixes, which are half caramel corn and like half cheddar cheese corn or something like that. Those are pretty good. Half and halves. I do really like savory snacks though, except for Oreos, and that's about the level of sweet I can handle in a snack. Now, if it's dessert, I can handle that a little bit better, but if it's a snack, then that's a little bit different. So it's very interesting for me. Yeah, there's kettle corn. Kettle corn's really good. Kettle corn is a great mix of savory versus sweet because the popcorn itself is still pretty savory, but then they have the coating which is light, so it's sweet. It's great. One or the other, Andrew. I'm doubting your taste buds more and more as I speak. Oh my goodness. Carrots. My mom likes carrots. That's true. They're pretty good. I haven't had. I should get some more carrots. I don't like cooking carrots, and so I don't like cooked carrots, is what I should say. So I don't buy them super often, because I usually just cook with my vegetables. But eating raw carrots is pretty good as well. It's very good. Yeah, or oranges, apples. Really like eating those for snacks. Grapes. Grapes are good snacks. My roommate and I, at the beginning of this whole quarantine thing, my roommate and I bought grapes in the hope that we would snack on the grapes instead of other things. And it kind of worked. Kind of forgot about them for a week. Watermelon. Love some watermelon. I think I said it on the show before, but I bought a watermelon recently, a small one, and it was all right. It was good. Celery with peanut butter. I'm not a peanut butter person, so absolutely not. No peanut butter for me. Not celery either. I don't like. So the combination of the two is probably not my jam. Mom, are you still eating nuts and like mixed nuts? Because that was definitely your thing. Also stemming from my childhood, because I would hate the smell of nuts. I still do. And yeah, my mom would have me carry, like she would drive and have me hold the container with the mixed nuts, and I had to smell it, and it's just couldn't do it. Sorry, Mom. Glad you enjoyed it though. Glad you enjoy it. So accordingly, today's dad jokes are about Foods. So, first one is, what do you call a cheese that's not yours? Nacho cheese. Um, why couldn't the sesame seed leave the gam? Sorry, why couldn't the sesame seed leave the gambling casino? Because he was on a roll. uh, what's orange and sounds like a parrot? A carrot. That was really corny. It was, yeah, that was pretty painful. Um, how fast is milk? It's pasteurized before you know it. It's pasteurized. It's pretty fast because it's pasteurized. So funny. I ripped out my headphones on accident. Oh man. Okay. Um. All right. Let's see. Oh well. I was gonna say a joke about pizza, but it's a little cheesy. Okay, come on, guys. These are true true dad jokes because they're just they're great. Speaking of dad jokes, though, Friday night jokes. Today's the day for Friday night jokes. So if you have a joke and you tell it to somebody today on Friday and they don't get it, then they're going to be sitting in church tomorrow. Well, nobody's really in church tomorrow, but if they're going to be sitting in church tomorrow and they're going to be like, "Huh, I'm thinking about your joke," and then in the middle of the church service, they'll laugh. And that's a Friday night joke. That's when you know you've got a good Friday night joke. However, since we're all doing church online, I guess you could still laugh about your jokes because nobody's going to hear you in the middle of the sermon. But we'll call them quarantine jokes. Once quarantine's over, we'll all laugh about it in church. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for joining. Oh, one more joke that I just remembered. Why do seagulls fly over the sea? Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be bagels. Oh man! Hey everybody! Thank you for tuning in today in quarantine. We'll see you tomorrow at the same time, same place. We'll see you tomorrow in quarantine for another episode of Today in Quarantine. I'm glad I'm laughing too, and if you're not laughing, Charmaine, then that's seems like a personal problem, my friend. But that's great. Have a great evening, everybody. Happy Sabbath when it comes, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.